Yo, let's get into it. The draft, the 2022 draft. Who was the winner of the 2022 draft? I have five teams that were the winner of the 2022 draft. The first one would be the Saints because they got Olave and he wanted to come to the Chargers. The Eagles, what they did in the draft and at the draft, that wasn't also draft picks. The Jets was probably number one, and also Green Bay. But the biggest one to me was the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions didn't have the number one pick in the draft, and they ended up with the best wide receiver and the best pass rusher, which was Hutchinson, in the draft. You know what I'm saying? So what this tells me here is, if the Lions do better than the Jags did, then the Jags possibly made a mistake. Yeah. They possibly made a mistake in their choices of draft picks this season. You don't always have to go with conventional wisdom, you know. You don't always have to go with what people tell you should have to go through. But my problem with all those situations is, you know what I'm saying, those teams, they could still not be anything at the end. You know? So, let's talk about the Chargers draft a little bit. The Chargers, they did all right. They didn't really have to draft any what would you say, sexy positions this year. They mostly went far as needs wise, you know. For Zion was the number one pick for the Chargers. He's a nice pickup, you know, because as one of the best O-line players, you know what I'm saying? As you draft O-line players, the sentiment is that you win more, maybe one or two games more, you know what I'm saying? This one will be called Moving Forward and After the Draft, the Chargers edition, you know. Another thing is, you know, O-line. You know what I'm saying? This O-line, that we drafted as far as what we got already, it might be for the RPO game, man. I heard Tom Telesco talking a lot about second halves of games, you know what I'm saying? You know, so that's one thing I'd like to say about that, you know. Another thing is like Spiller, you know, Isaiah Spiller, you know what I'm saying? When I did my top 5 or top 10s list for his running backs or whatnot, he was number one. And I'm actually glad that we got him, you know what I'm saying? Because he's going to be the type of running back. He's going to punish bad tacklers. I'm just saying, like, it's going to be tough for those defenders out there. Should have been gone, to me, in the second round, in my opinion, you know. Another thing I'd like to talk about is, like, the second half of Charger games, you know what I'm saying? These should start turning into dogfights due to what we've added to this roster. You know, that's one thing, one way we got to look at it, you know. I ain't going to lie, I like the fact that we got us another defensive tackle, because defensive tackle was a weakness last year, and Level Joseph, you know what I'm saying? And when we used to go back and look at the tape from all of those gashing runs that was going up against us, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot that had to do with him. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about, you know what I'm saying, Jameer Slater, you know what I'm saying? This is one guy that I did like that they picked up. This is possibly my second best pick. You know what I'm saying? He plays guard and left tackle, you know what I'm saying? This was kind of like a Madden move, like when you're drafting in Madden, you know what I'm saying? You see that tackle that should have been gone, or that guard that should have been gone in the first or second round. You hurry up and press the X, man, for real. You can move him at left tackle, all this stuff, man. I like this guy, man. Another guy that I wanted to talk about was Xander Harvard. You know what I'm saying? I like this guy. We should call him Xander Ho, because people gonna be calling him that after he get first downs. He has great vision, and I like what he does. You know, I'll give this Charger draft a B. You know what I'm saying? Due to how things go. You know, and it could be even better depending on how we end the season. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Chargers are actually leaving room for themselves to improve through each step. I like this. You know what I'm saying? We haven't hurried up and rushed the right tackle move yet. You know what I'm saying? I think we should just take our time, you know, and make sure we get that position right. You know what I'm saying? Every draft, I want to talk about this. Every draft has one or two players in the class that should have a chip on their shoulder every time that they play, because they didn't get drafted in situations where they should have been drafted in. You know what I'm saying? Something to prove. A player, JT Woods, he might be one of those players that might have something to prove, because the fans felt like we should have took somebody else at, you know what I'm saying, in that spot. Another player, I love Isaiah Spiller, but he might be needing to be a player like that too, because he was projected to go in the second round, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? I'd be tempted to prove people wrong with a huge chip on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? They've said we got some undrafted free agents. You know what I'm saying? Letty Brown and Kevin Marks. Oh my God, are you kidding me? These guys are wrecking balls, man. I can't wait to see these guys on the field in some preseason games and all of this, man. They got another guy named Skylar Thomas. This guy looks rough, rugged, and raw, man. Get in the comments below. Let me know how you feel about what I'm saying about this draft.